What's this one?
The black mamba is known as the world's most deadliest snake because of its fierce and venomous bite. But that is not what it is most famous for. It is most famous for being the nickname of professional basketball player Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bean Bryant is his real name, which he got from his father, Joe Bryant, who was also a professional basketball player and international player. His father, Joe Bryant, also had a nickname, which was Jelly Bean Bryant. And that is also why his son, Kobe's middle name, is Bean. Joe Bryant and his wife, Pam, were dining at a Philadelphia restaurant where they are from, and the place was named Kobe, after the high-quality Japanese beef, and that is in fact how Kobe Bean Bryant got his name. His father, Joe Bryant, had a different kind of professional basketball playing career because he went from place to place, making it hard for him and his family to find a steady home. Joe Bryant played professionally for 8 years in the National Basketball Association, being traded to 3 different teams throughout the 8-year span. The Bryant family made a risky life decision when Joe decided to try to take his talents abroad to the Italian A1 League. Kobe Bryant, his son only being 6 years old, had to adjust to a different lifestyle, living in Italy. But Kobe always knew one thing, which was basketball. Basketball was Kobe's escape from reality. Having the ball in his hands was only what made him comfortable. After playing for 7 seasons in Italy, Joe Bryant and his family moved back to Philadelphia. Kobe Bryant enrolled in Lower Merion High School and joined the varsity basketball team as a freshman. Starting for the varsity basketball team is very uncommon. His freshman year in high school, he finally got a taste of what competing at a higher level felt like. He was playing against other inner city schools and schools around the Philly area. His freshman year didn't go so hot as the Lower Merion Aces finished the season with 20 losses and just 4 wins. Kobe knew he had to do better, and that is exactly what he did. The next 3 years are what really shaped him as the type of basketball player and individual he is today. His varsity basketball team had 77 wins and just 13 losses in the next 3 years, with Kobe leading the way. Kobe was nearly unstoppable in high school, averaging 30.8 points, 12 rebounds, 6.5 assists, 4 steals, and 3.8 block shots a game during his senior year. To put that into perspective, my senior year of high school playing basketball, I averaged about 2.3 points a game, 1 rebound, and 1 or 2 assists a game, which is a big difference between me and Kobe's stats. His senior year, Kobe Bryant led his high school, Lower Merion, to the first Pennsylvania State Championship in 53 years. Kobe is known as one of the best high school basketball players ever. And Kobe gained attention from many different Division I universities for being the Naismith High School Player of the Year, which meant he was the best player in the entire country. All the attention from colleges didn't spark Kobe's interest. At this time, he could go professionally into the NBA right after high school. The rule later changed, requiring a player to attend 1 year of college before entering the NBA. It was an easy decision for Kobe to skip college because he was already just as good as a lot of the players in the NBA, and at just the age of 18, he would be a millionaire. Kobe announced in front of his entire high school during a nationally televised press conference that he would be entering the NBA draft. Kobe was a celebrity already, and he was just an 18-year-old senior in high school. He even took R&B singer and actress Brandy to his senior prom. High school was very important to Kobe Bryant, but he was ready to move on to bigger and better things. During the 1996 NBA draft, young Kobe Bryant waited anxiously for his name to be called by an NBA team. The picks went by, but finally at pick number 13, he was finally drafted by the Charlotte Hornets. But right after was traded to his dream team, which was the Los Angeles Lakers. Kobe Bryant could finally smile knowing he made his city, family, father, and even himself proud by getting drafted into the National Basketball Association by the team he always rooted for and had a great passion for, which was the Los Angeles Lakers. His first year in the NBA, only being 18 years old, was an eye-opening experience for him because the talent level was a lot better than what he was used to. But that didn't stop Kobe from having the killer mentality he always had and the natural instinct to put the basketball in the hoop. His rookie year was kind of average coming off the bench, but his most notable moment from his rookie year was not a pretty one. Though LA Lakers made the NBA playoffs, which is a huge accomplishment in itself. But during the second round, a lot of injuries and other reasons left Kobe Bryant as the go-to guy at the end of the game to try to win the game against the Utah Jazz. Kobe Bryant, only being 18 years old and not really being an NBA spotlight just yet, was forced to try to win the game for his team. It didn't go as planned. Kobe shot a total of 4 air balls in a row, and for anybody that doesn't know what that means, it is when you shoot the ball and it doesn't even hit the rim, which is one of the worst things you can do as a player. A lot of people questioned Kobe's potential after those 4 air balls, but Kobe was determined to prove the critics wrong. Later that night, Kobe said in his documentary, Kobe Bryant's Muse, that he went to the local high school by his house and just shot basketballs all night over and over again because he was so upset with his performance. That just goes to show you Kobe's determination and motivation to be the greatest basketball player he can be. The next 2 years, Kobe Bryant really progressed as a player, getting his numbers up and performing better on the court. But during the years of 1999 to 2002 were arguably Kobe's greatest years because him and his former teammate Shaquille O'Neal led the way for 3 NBA championships, a three-peat, which had not been done in a long time. Kobe Bryant finally showed that he was a force to be reckoned with in this league and that he was here to stay as one of the best players in the NBA. The next couple years, he and his teammates came up a little short in the playoffs, but Kobe Bryant had many great years of being an NBA All-Star, MVP, and a scoring leader. Even though his team wasn't doing as good as they wished, Kobe Bryant had one of the best performances ever to be recorded on January 22nd, 2006 against the Toronto Raptors. Kobe Bryant scored 81 points in the single game, which is the second highest total ever to Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game. 81 points in a single game is almost unbelievable, seeing as how most of the year he scored between 30 and 40 points, and that's about how much everybody else scored in the league too. The 81-point game, in my opinion, just proved that Kobe Bryant was the best player in the league. Later in his career, he won 2 more championships back-to-back, giving him a grand total of 5 NBA championships and 2 NBA Finals MVPs, which is pretty remarkable considering that the best player in the NBA ever, in most people's eyes, Michael Jordan, has 6 NBA championships. Kobe Bryant's NBA legacy is one for the record books, and he showed that he wants to be remembered as one of the greatest players to ever play the game of basketball. Unfortunately, this past year, on November 29th, Kobe Bryant announced that he would be his final season in the NBA. Looking back at his legacy, just being a kid, always watching his father play to being one of the greatest players ever is really amazing. Kobe Bryant did more for the game than just being an 18-time NBA All-Star and NBA Most Valuable Player. Kobe Bryant will always be remembered as one of the greatest to ever do it, and is truly inspiration to me and millions of people around the world. Kobe Bryant said in his retirement statement that was named Dear Basketball, that from the moment I started rolling my dad's tube socks and shooting imaginary game-winning shots in the Great Western Forum, I knew one thing was real. I fell in love with you. He fell in love with basketball, and he dedicated his life to it, and his legacy will live on forever.